How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Chaos Child. In the last episode, which was, I guess, the last session was 2 episodes long. That really killed me. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I recorded for like 2.5 hours, and we finished up the first of 2 endings that we can get out of Uki's route. So to start this session, or this episode, we're going to get the other ending that we can get in Uki's route, and if we have time, I don't know if we will or not, I don't know how much will be different, we'll go and we will get all 4, count them, 4 bad endings that we can get here in Uki's route. And it all seems pretty self-explanatory, so that's what we'll go and do. I didn't really state my thoughts very well, or I don't think I did with Uki's route, so maybe I'll get an opportunity to do that in this episode. But right now I got nothing to say. So let's get started here. So it says to obtain the second route, choose positive on the first delusion, which was the delusion before the chapter title card of Butterfly, and then negative at Takuru's base in parentheses, and positive at the cafe. Trying to not give away spoilers there. This website's beautiful. Committee of 0 and all that. So we'll click continue, we'll load. And so this is why I saved everything like I did, except for this one. Number 28, ignore that. It's literally just the same as 27. And you can tell by the times. So what we'll do here, the first one was already selected as positive. Everything, or at least 25 and 26 are positives. And then 27 is obviously open-ended. So we'll jump to 26 because that's the second one. Because the first one needs to be positive, the second one needs to be negative. I think that, yeah, that's what it says. So that's what we'll go ahead and do. So we'll get some new delusions here out of the negatives. That'll be fun. So we'll choose negative here and then positive at the next one. I don't remember what the context is. Oh, that's right, it was the love letter. Anyway, if I read it, I might be able to tell what it said. Oh, wow, really? I couldn't get the sticker on the back off easily, so I carefully sliced it off with a pair of scissors and took out the pile of folded papers from inside.
なんだこれ? コピー用紙?
Why would someone stuff this into a cute envelope like that? Was she going for Gap Moe? Like, this is cute to me because it's bizarre and unexpected?
いや、でも中身は...
But the words on the paper were printed from a computer, not handwritten like the outside. I was a little disappointed, but that was fine. What was important was what they said. Let's see.
前略、宮代拓様。これまで私はずっとあなたのことを見ていました。
And that was normal.
けれど、ずっと宮代先輩を見ているだけなのは辛かったから、
こうしてありったけの勇気を出して手紙を出すことにしました。私がお伝えしたいことは至ってシンプルです。
I feel like this is different.
私は宮代先輩のことが好きです。ずっと前から大好きでした。きちんと整えられた宮代先輩の髪が好きです。鍛えられておらず、かといって痩せすぎていない体つきが好きです。知的そうなメガネが好きです。クールな瞳も好きです。不遜さを感じさせる微量も好きです。
You know, wait, this feels a little different, like the things that she loves here.
リーダーシップに溢れていて、とても素敵です。
Okay, but that last one's different. Or no, that one's the same.
萌えです。萌え萌えキュンってなります。
Okay, yeah, that's different. That's 100% different.
萌え萌えキュン。
God damn it. What does that even mean? Actually, I don't want to know.
宮代先輩が好きです。宮代先輩の写真を隠し撮りして待ち受けにして、毎晩ベッドの中で眺めています。
Yeah, that's not weird.
先輩の髪の毛を拾って、ぬいぐるみに入れ、いつも抱いて眠っています。
Yeah, that's pretty normal. Wait, how'd she pick up the hair?
私はいつも先輩のこと見ています。いつも見ています。朝起きて寝ぼけた顔でメガネをかけるところも、外に出てまず最初に大きく伸びをするところも、一人でクールキャットプレスを読んでニヤニヤしているところも、いつも見ています。
Wow, she knows about the cool cat press.
私はいつも
That's concerning.
先輩のことを見ています。いつも見ています。
Is this what they call a
時々
yandere?
妄想しているところも見ています。そう、先輩はいつも妄想しています。言うなれば妄想の囚われ人です。
Yeah?
あなたは渋谷の妄想に囚われています。
Oh.
このままだと取り返しのつかないことになります。早くそこから逃げ出さなければ。逃げなさい。逃げろ。さもないとあなたは。
Okay, well,
あなたは。
those are some L's. You'll...
なんだよこれ。怖いよ。
Yeah, that is terrifying. Fear won out over disappointment. She was a lunatic. A prisoner of my delusions, run away? What the hell was she talking about? She was watching me. That was a joke, right? But she knew about Cool Cat Press.
まさか本当に。
I stood up to look outside my window. Huh? What was the sensation I was feeling? What was I... That's right, I was reading the letter.
あれ
The bed was covered with pink paper. It wasn't copy paper, and the writing on it was handwritten, not typed. I quickly looked through it, and it was a normal love letter. What was that, then? Had I taken Ito's suggestion that it might be a prank a little too seriously? That didn't sound like a prank. Still, it seemed really realistic. I calmed myself down and read through the letter again. The letter said that she wanted to date me. And then I saw it. There was an 11-digit number at the bottom of the letter.
お返事待ってます。
And that's what it said.
電話か。
Well, this is lining up with what we're used to. I wasn't very good on the phone. I could feel my stomach clench with stress. It felt like the stress wasn't going to go away until I called. I'd rather just call now than go through all that misery.
よし。
I spoke loudly to work up my courage and took out the phone. And then I carefully entered the number on the paper and tapped the call icon with shaking fingers. I waited a while, but there was no sign that she'd picked up, or that she'd pick up. We're not on the normal content yet. Just as I went to hang up, it connected.
もしもし。
Okay, yep, there we go. All is well now. Time to do a little bit of skipping. Okay, so this is going to be positive again. Nothing here is changing. Unless it's going to give us somehow a different positive delusion, and nope, it doesn't. All is normal there. So, I guess we'll see what changes as we approach the end.
Uki.
Okay, so this is different. So everything leading up to us waking up was exactly the same. So the two Ukis fighting, that was completely normal. I guess the truth of the order of events, everything that went down before we got stuck into the delusion, all of that was normal. Now we're awake, and I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a different outcome here. I sat up and asked. I feel like she's not going to be alive in this one. Like, this is just like a similar outcome, but in the same way, I guess I don't know. I don't know if you can, classify this as a good end. I don't know if you can classify any of these as good endings, except for just, like, the expected ending, to be honest. Kurusu and Serika both looked away from me, lips pressed into a thin line. Just from that, I could tell. Uki was gone. In the corner of my eye, I could see the curtain separating this bed from the next. That was where Dad had been a moment ago. Uki was there, but she was gone now. Uki would never move again. She'd never help get dinner ready or help Dad at his work all day without a single complaint. I'd known it was going to happen. Uki had told me. But I thought that there had been some chance. Just like how there's a 50-50 chance the cat in the box is alive. At least until you open it. I thought that just maybe I had to accept it. Again, I had to face it. But... My feelings overflowed. Hot tears dripped down my face. Now that's some anguish right there. There was nothing I could do now but cry. I thought I could save her. This time I thought I could save her. In Uki, I had seen the girl I'd witnessed at the facility so long ago, Minamisawa Senri. And this time I thought I could save her. Was that wrong? Wait, what? Even when she was down in that basement, Uki had never thought of herself as sad. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I see what he's saying. Maybe I was being arrogant to think I could save her. Maybe what I'd done for her was just for my own self-satisfaction. Was she ever able to feel any happiness for herself, even a little? Uki's words echoed in my mind. Thank you, she'd said at the very last moment. It was a tiny little wish, and it had only come true in her dreams. It wasn't fair. Damn. Takuru is really taking this, badly. I cried for a little while after that. For Uki. For a little girl who'd only wanted other people to be happy. I mean, I get it. I get why he's sad. I'm not that much of an asshole.
つまり、山添ウキを殺したのは自分だと、そう言うんだな。
Several days later, Shinjo and Kunosato came to ask me about what had happened, and I told them everything. And...
はい。今言った通り、あの日、彼女の命を奪ったのは僕です。だから、
逮捕してくれってのか？
はい。
I could still feel it in my hands. The feeling when I'd run her body through. I was the one who killed her. And I had to atone for it.
だから僕を逮捕してください。
The police probably wanted to find a killer as soon as possible. That's why I thought that Shinjo would gladly put the handcuffs on me, but...
どう思う?
Actually, you know what? I just thought about this. Whatever happened to Ito? Like, the connection to the main plot, I know we're not supposed to think about it, but the main plot kind of got intertwined with, how this went into a different route. So, what happened to him? Couldn't he have been blamed for being the killer? I don't know if that kind of just, got missed or forgot about or something. Because that's a huge plot point there. That could honestly save Takuru. He was just trying, stop Uki from trying to kill Ito.
ありえないな。
だよな。
Shinjo and Kunasato were looking at each other and saying something that didn't make sense.
ありえないってどういうことですか？僕がウキを殺したということがですか？でも僕は確かに刺したんですよ。この手でウキをディソードをリアルブートして。
I was saying so, and I was the one who killed her. How could it be impossible?
山添ウキの遺体に目立った外傷はなかった。
え？
But that meant...
どういう意味です？
どうもこうも言葉のままだ。山添ウキの遺体に目立った外傷はない。一応事件の関係者ということで検視も行われたが、何らかの外的な衝撃で死んだわけではないという結論が出ている。要するに山添ウキは自然死だ。そこに事件性はない。
A natural death?
そんなバカな。僕は確かにこの手でウキを。
Yeah, that's interesting.
それは確かなんだな。
Kunasato had been mostly silent, but now she interrupted me.
お前はディソードをリアルブートして山添を刺した。それは確かなんだな。
Let's see here. Could it have been possible that we utilized Uki's abilities without realizing it and made it seem like we actually stabbed her, but instead it was all in a delusion when we did? But she felt that impact? But wait, then that wouldn't be a natural death. I don't know, that's weird.
だからさっきから言ってるでしょ。
Well, I guess you wouldn't be able to see any external trauma at that point. Stab or no stab, whether it's in a delusion or whatever else.
なるほど。では、可能性があるとすれば。いや、だがしかし。
Just spit it out, I'm confused.
何ですか？教えてください。
Kunisato's words cut off and I stormed over to her.
山添ウキがお前を殺人犯にしないため最後の力を振り絞って自らの死が自然死だったという妄想をリアルブートしたという可能性もあるかと思ったんだが、彼女が死んでしまった今となってはそれもあるいはここがまだ妄想の世界だというのなら話は別だがな。
A world of delusions. And this was another delusion?
胡蝶の夢。
The words came to me suddenly and I suddenly looked up. Someone was looking at me. I looked outside the room trying to see who it was. There was a long, dim hallway. And beyond it, there was...
どうした宮代。
いや、今、人の影が。
Yeah, that's creepy. I thought I saw a tiny shadow. The shadow of a tiny girl holding a sword much too big for her.
影
But when I looked again, it was gone. Oh, okay. Well, that got left open-ended. Another sky end. No achievement this time. I guess we really only needed one to really wrap that up. That was quick. I didn't think it'd take that little of time. Yep, and there we go. This time she ain't looking at us. She's looking away. And I knew it. I knew she was going to take that top right spot. So I again, my prediction is bottom left, that's all Kurusu, and then the middle there, that's our true ending. So that was interesting. That was kind of left open-ended. Like, are we really in another delusion somehow? That is weird. But yeah, the whole thing with Ito, like the main plot and everything, it really just makes you think, what could be real? You know, what could really be going on? And maybe even in Dream Sky End, like, have we really gotten out of there? Are we still in a delusion? Or something along those lines. Maybe it's really hard to tell. Her delusion, or her power is just so much of an unknown. Other than, like, you know, other people being able to use her abilities, I guess she can also use them? even so I thought she couldn't? I don't know. Her power is such a mystery, and I really wish, and I don't think we'll be able to out of these bad endings, I really wish we could have learned more about her. I'm kind of disappointed by that. I don't know if we'll get something out of the true end. I don't know if there just isn't much else we need to know about her, but I guess she'll just remain as mysterious as she is. She'll just be that one person that grew up to some wacky-ass cultist-loving parents, and she was just another part of that experiment. And after the earthquake, she just ended up caring for those people. Maybe it's just as simple as that. Maybe there just is nothing else to tell of her. I don't know. I guess we'll have to leave it at that, but let me pull up the guide yet again, and we'll see what we got to do next. We'll just be getting the bad endings, and I think that'll do it for the episode. I don't think it'll take too long to get all these bad endings, but I want to try and keep this a little organized, so this might be our shortest episode yet. Who knows? So let's see what's going on here. Maybe I'll get us ready for like the next route or something. Like I'll just speed through and get any delusions that we need to get, or delusions we need to choose positive or negative on to get to Kurusu's route, start that up or something. I won't be able to if I don't stop rambling and just continue on here. So, bad ending 1, choose negative on the first delusion of Route 3. And it's as simple as that. Nothing else is said. So, I don't know what that implies, other than maybe we just need to just choose negative and the others don't matter. So that's what we'll do. We'll choose negative, skip ahead. Thanks, Ito. I tried to scream, but my mouth was no longer capable of forming words. The only sound I made was the sound of blood gurgling out of my mouth. Soon Yamazoe's screams stopped, and I felt something land on top of my body. Damn. And that's it. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I think I understand why that's like a straight up bad ending, because okay, here's my theory. That positive delusion that we get in the very beginning is necessary in order to reboot into a delusion with Uki's power or something. I don't know. Uki needs to be here, but if we have a negative delusion of her dying, then she might reboot her dying? I don't know, but okay, that's an interesting way to just end all that. Bad ending 2, choose negative on the third delusion in Route 3, so at the cafe. Okay, again, that's very open-ended, so I guess we'll just go straight to that and see what happens. I'm sure it'll be oh so lovely. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Who was that? Oh, it's the person walking in. I turned around. Oh, shit. Of course. I froze in place when I saw who it was. The temperature in my body dropped rapidly and my heart turned to ice. But wait, wouldn't she have been dead already? It was her. Hidoriko, the pyrokinetic I thought was dead. My stomach started to shake from the tension. The terror dried up in my throat, and all the nerves in my body seemed to short out. My knees were shaking. I need to run, or she'd kill me. She'd kill me. Uh-oh. But the sheer hatred in her eyes overwhelmed me to the point where I couldn't move a single muscle. I couldn't move. Everything was stuck in place. My body wasn't moving even though I told it to. It's all your fault. Die. The woman in front of me said nothing, but it felt like I could hear her whispering to me. A scream burst from my throat, and the next second, and he thinks we're on fire. My body bursts into flames. Strangely, there wasn't that much pain, but my brain was telling me clearly that I was in mortal danger. There was the terrible smell of scorching protein and burning hair. Burns do a lot more damage to the body than people think. Burns over just half the body were enough to kill you. From the intensity of the heat, I could tell that over 80% of my body had been burned. And they were probably third-degree burns, too. A third-degree burn was bad enough that instead of pain, you felt nothing at all. There was no way to save me. The pyrokinetics flames were burning me alive. What a way to go. So I take it this is just a delusion that kills us. I rolled around and tried to put out the fire as best as I could, but it was simply the last impulsive struggle of my survival instincts. The fire was so hot that all the oxygen around me had vanished, and I was starting to suffocate. Why was this happening? I thought she was dead. Yeah, me too. So why? As everything started to fade away, I could see Uki walking up to me crying and sniffling. In her hand was the beautiful D-sword. The last thing I saw was the way it shone in the light of the fire. Damn, we died to our own self, in a way. Our own delusions killed us. Okay, what's next? So bad ending 3, choose neutral on the third delusion in Route 3. Okay. So I guess we're heading back to the cafe. Damn, this is easy. Hella getting these routes done, or these endings done. And that's what it's all about, so we'll skip a little bit here. Of course, this was the entrance to a store, and there was always going to be footsteps of people coming in and out. I ignored it and started to walk forward. Suddenly, I lost my balance. I was overtaken with surprise. My body was flailing backward. I could guess the cause. The person had come up to me from behind and grabbed me by the collar and then flung me backward. I fell down with tremendous speed. Damn, what the fuck? What was that sound effect too, by the way? My back slammed down on the middle of the stairs. I bounced off and fell more, and this time I hit my neck. I think we're dead. Are you serious? That's gonna kill us? My body writhed at the bottom of the stairs. Strangely, I didn't feel any pain. My brain was emitting chemicals to dull the pain. But I could tell. Not only had I fractured my skull, but I had heard the sound of my neck snapping. I could tell that there was no saving me now. The flame of my life had been burning so brightly a moment ago, and now it was about to be blown out so easily. But why? Why did this happen to me? And who was it who was staring at me from the top of the stairs? Doubts swirled in my mind as I began to cough up blood. And then the whole world turned black. It was probably Uki, to be honest, that was staring at us. Yo, that happened like completely out of nowhere. Like, I can understand a delusion killing us because of Uki, but not having a delusion resulted in a person coming up from behind us and picking us up by the collar and chucking us down the fucking stairs so we could break our neck. What? What? Okay, whatever. Alright, so the fourth ending here requires a few more steps, it seems. So choose positive on the first delusion, neutral on the second, and then positive on the third. Okay. So I think that's like the only combination that could like get us to something else somewhere at the end of like the actual story. Maybe this will be the ending of where we don't get out of the delusion and we just kind of die in it. Maybe. Because if we choose neutral or negative on the third one, we're dead. I wonder what happens if we choose neutral in the beginning. I kind of want to see what happens there, so after we do this, I'll just experiment with that. So positive on the first, so we don't need to go there, so we have to choose neutral on the second, and then positive on the third. So this is the only one we're changing. So we'll skip forward a little bit. I carefully cut open the top of the letter and took a deep breath.
先輩のことずっと見てました。
Oh yeah?
好きです。 宮代先輩。もしよければ、私とお付き合いしていただけませんか？
Damn, straight to the point. But when I looked at the bottom of the letter, I froze. There was an 11-digit number. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, nope, can't skip yet.
お返事待ってます。
Yeah, waiting for your answer. Then, you know, he's got a call.
電話か。
A phone call was a very dark and scary thing for me. But she told me her feelings and was waiting for my answer. As a gentleman, I had to respond. And there was still a chance that it was a prank Ito and Serika were playing on me. I needed to make the call just to be sure. I carefully entered the number on the paper into the phone and tapped the call icon with shaking hands. I waited a while, but there was no... I think we're good. Nope. Just as I went to hang up, it connected.
Huh? もしもし。
Okay, now we're good. Alright. So I guess instead of a positive delusion filled with, you know, lovey-dovey shit, or a negative delusion filled with scary shit, it's just a straight-up simple letter. Okay, I can dig that. Okay, so we're choosing positive here. Nothing's changing here. But who knows? Something different could occur at any moment. But I highly doubt it, to be honest. I think we'll go to the end. Like, here's my prediction. Again, actually, I'm just repeating myself here. We'll go to the end, but we'll just be swallowed up in the delusion. I think maybe Takuru will just, like, go with the flow. Maybe he'll just, like, not get the chance to realize that we're speaking with an Uki that doesn't even exist. One that's just brought along with the delusion. I think that's what we got going on here, maybe. I hate looking at these scenes, by the way. I really do. But hey, if I have to see it, you guys have to see it. I'm also kind of just dragging this along to see if, like, anything different's gonna happen here, or if we're just gonna get straight up cut off. Okay, well, this is different. That's right. If Uki would make me happy, that was fine with me.
よかった。
I guess my prediction was correct. Yeehaw. A sweet, gentle darkness slowly enveloped me. If something bad happened, I could just look away. I could hide myself in my own little world and just not look at it. Trying to deal with things would only make me miserable. What was wrong with that? A lot. There was nothing in my life worth going through all that for. I could just let things pass me by. If I could have fun and be happy, what could be better? Everything would be fine. I could live here. Uki was saying she'd do everything she could for me. I couldn't turn down her kindness. This was fine. Everything was fine. It was just fine.
そう、それでいいんです。
Everything's fine. In the end, the world was mine anyway. It was only what I saw, what I felt, and what I knew. So I could just do what I wanted. It wasn't bothering anybody. I could just forget everything. And let Uki take care of it all. And then I fell. I fell toward an infinite abyss. Toward a happy world that only belonged to me. Forever and ever.
おやすみなさい。タクルさん、素敵な夢を。
Okay. There's bad end number 4. So we got all the bad endings for Uki. Damn, there's just so many of them. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, I do want to try that one other thing. If we choose neutral in the beginning, what would happen? That's the only remaining combination of things that I can think of. Maybe nothing will happen. My vision began to quickly turn black. I could feel my heart pounding fast, but my lungs must not have been working anymore because it was no longer getting any fresh oxygen. And then I saw nothing at all. And then the moment when I crossed the boundary into death was upon me. Oh, shit. Oh, so it just brings you into the delusion anyways. Okay. That's interesting.
おーい、タク？
Yep. We're in normal everything. Okay. So that actually did not take long at all. It would be messed up of me if I were just to end things here. So, let me pull up ye old guide again, and I'll probably have to do some jumping around. Okay, so the final route that we get to go down is Kurusu's, I believe. It would make sense if it was hers. Select all positive delusions and additional delusions, but do not choose positive for the delusion where Hinae and Takuru are prepping for the Culture Festival in Chapter 3, because that would probably bring us down her route again. And do not choose positive for the delusion where Takuru and Ko are sleeping in the club room before the festival, also in Chapter 3. Gotcha, and I think we have the negative delusions for those anyways, so I should be able to just skip through everything, and at some point we'll get into Kurusu's route. And then we're on the straight path to victory or something like that. So I'll have to, maybe I can do like a load somewhere. I'm sure I have something on the previous page. Something at like, yeah, the start of Chapter 3 is right here, so I think if I just go forward, I think I'll be good to go. Okay, so we just got the achievement, Give Up on the Case, Takuru. Boy, oh boy, I wonder whose route we could be going down based on that Steam achievement. No, but that definitely gave us the thumbs up on the fact that we are proceeding into Kurusu's route, which is all good. So, I guess I'll just continue to skip around, and hopefully very soon we can jump into her route. Okay, so I think I never chose a negative on this delusion. This is the delusion after we escaped the hospital. In Chapter 5, we learned about gigalomaniacs and all that, and we took Uki with us. And now we're here at Kunisato's apartment. And we've never done the negative here. So I thought, hey, let's do it. And then I think we'll be completely good with delusions. Maybe.
その件が気になるのか?
Yes. Kunisato brought it up. And I was trying my hardest to ignore it.
いや、別に。
I tried my best to laugh and avoid looking at it. Come on, don't make me talk about this with you. I just knew it was going to end badly, excuse me. But Kunisato took up the blade with a calm look on her face. She swung it around and assumed a fighting stance. Her moves were graceful and beautiful. For a moment I fell in love. The sword was the perfect weapon for her. I didn't know why, but that's how it seemed. She swung the sword right in front of my eyes. I could hear the sound of it cutting through the wind. No. I could see some of my bangs fall to the ground. It was incredibly sharp. If it touched me, it would slice me in half. It would tear me apart. I gulped.
お前たちを。お前をここに連れてきたのは他でもない。口封じのためだ。私は内閣特殊調査室のスーパーエージェント、久野里美代。コードネームは青の剣士。お前は今渋谷で進行中の極秘プロジェクトについて知ってしまった。ゆえに生かしてはおけないんだ。許せ。
Kunisato took a step forward, moving as if she were about to begin a dance. It only took an instant.
タク、あれ、私。
A spurt of blood burst from Serika's chest and she fell over. What just happened? I hadn't even seen Kunisato swing her sword.
全員生かしては返さん。呪うなら自分の運命を呪え。
やめろ。やめてくれ。
Bye, Ito. Ito screamed and fell, blood pouring from his chest. I still couldn't see it. The sword moved so fast. This was the power of the super agent, the Azure swordsman. Kunisato turned toward me. I only had a few seconds left to live. But for some reason, as she held the blade that killed Serika and Ito, Kunasato seemed so beautiful.
お前が見ている景色は本物ではない。世界はすべてエラーだ。
Those were the last things that Kunasato said to me. And then we died. Then everything went black. Maybe it was some small mercy of hers that I didn't feel any pain. Yeah, that'd be nice. Nice way to die, painless and all. Wait, what? You are in your last year of high school. What the hell are you thinking? Sure, any Japanese boy who grew up on manga could fantasize about something like that, but it was all tropes and cliches. If it had gotten launched in a magazine, it would have been canceled after 10 weeks. I blame the sword that was just sitting there in the corner. Any boy who saw that sword would remember his dark history. Anyway, this was no time to be thinking about that sword.
ケイさん、俺マジファンなんす。声聞いてるだけで超癒されるっつうか。
Can we skip ahead, please?
そんなことはどうでもいい。
Damn it. As I sat there fantasizing, Kunasato was tearing apart Ito's hopes and dreams. There we go. Aha. Alright, back to skipping. Well, gang, we're in the greatest chapter in the game. Chapter 8, Betrayal. I had a feeling that we'd have to go through this chapter in order to diverge and go into a different route that focuses on Kurusu. I'm assuming it's going to be directly after the loss of Yui. It just seems a little bit more fitting. I don't know what the route will be about, other than kind of focusing more on Kurusu. It'd be nice to know more about her background, though. I think that'd be pretty tight. Hopefully we can actually learn about her power, which we only found out about, like, minutes before she died. So that'll be fun. But, yep, favorite scene coming up. So it seems as if we're approaching the moment of truth, like the moment of legitimate truth, where, Sarika, excuse me, kind of comes out as who she really is, and the battle between her and Kurusu take place. I don't know. Oh shit, okay, I was about to say, did I do something wrong? Because, like, nothing's changed. Everything's kind of just going in, like, this straight, like, common route direction. I stared in shock at what I saw beneath the moonlight. I couldn't comprehend what I was seeing. Oh shit, Kurusu won. Kurusu was panting heavily, her face twisted in pain, and holding a tall D-sword in her hands. There was red liquid splattered all around the rooftop. It was probably her blood. Oh, maybe the fight's not over. Nope. Sarika was attacking her with a D-sword of her own. I'd never seen Sarika look like that before. Kurusu was just barely keeping up. I had no idea why she had a D-sword, but the design of the sword itself was a combination of blade and shield, and it was just barely keeping her alive.
Kurusu! Onoe!
Takuru? どうして来たの？逃げなさい、早く！
お前こそ何やってんだよ。なんでディソードなんか持ってんだよ。
Kurusu looked at her D-sword and then at my face and then down at her feet, and then up at the sky.
宮代にはまだ話してないんだな、このまがいものめ。だったら私が今ここでぶちまけてやろう。
おのえ！
Kurusu struck without warning. No, she gave her plenty warning, man. She yelled. She was a different person than I'd ever seen before. Damn, that smirk. The two twisted blades collided with the sound of metal screeching against metal. Both refused to back down. Now that is a look of distress.
いつもめんどくさい女だとは思っていたが、理想度まで鬱陶しいな。
あなたこそ困った理想度を持っているみたいね。確かに私ではあなたにかなわない。力も違う。それにあなたの思考盗撮で考えを全て読まれてしまう。
Wait, what is her power? Was it ever stated? If it was, then maybe I'm just stupid and I forgot.
でも気づいているのかしら、あなたの理想度。こうしていると私の理想度を通して思考が逆流してくるわよ。
何？
そう、あなたの思考がね。
Serica didn't seem to have realized this because she pulled away her D-sword in shock. As she did, she jumped backward.
そんなバカな。
Until now, she'd been completely expressionless, like a crazy murderer. Well, but for the first time, I saw doubt in her eyes.
この理想度が私自身の思考まで盗撮して伝播させてしまう。
おかげであなたのこと全部わかったわ。これでおあいこね。さあどうするの？私を殺したいんでしょ？だったら殺せばいいわ。
Yeah, come do it in the next episode, because I am seriously out of time. That was, like, guys, I'm so sorry. That was just a lot of skipping I had to do. I'm pretty sure I was just sitting here for like a fat 30 or so minutes just skipping. So I don't know what the duration of this episode will be, but next time, like, we'll jump straight into this, and we'll see what's going on here in Kurusu's route. I think it's going to be action-packed. I think it's going to be heavily entwined with the main plot, because we're this far deep. So I'm pretty excited. I actually was kind of not looking forward to this one, because low-key, Kurusu is maybe not my favorite character, but I think this will be a good time. I think this will actually be a great route to go down. But sorry for ending the episode here, but I hope you guys enjoyed what I provided in this episode, even so it was kind of just jumping around with shit. Regardless, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.